Hello and welcome to the new video. If you don't know me, my name is Hannah and I like doing different things, and one of those things is reading. And this is actually the second time that I am recording a booktube video. My first one was my recent book haul, and this will be my second one. And I know that we're already in April. Today is the 4th of April, but I thought I will do my April TBR video and pick some books, and I will tell you which books I am planning to read and maybe which books I already started reading. I got 2 of them here, and we see where this takes us in the future. What I also wanted to do is the following. I recently reorganized my bookshelf. I've got 2 bookshelves, and on this bookshelf I have 3 shelves that are with different books. Top 2 shelves, they're my newest additions to the library, and the bottom shelf is the books that I've had for a very long time. Some of these books have been on my shelf for years, and I don't find myself reaching for them, or I think maybe I bought them when I was in a different mood for reading. Maybe I was reading different style of books, and I'm just not inclined to reach for those books. So what I will do this month, and from this month on, every month I will pick 2 books from this bookshelf, and I will generate 2 random numbers, and I'll let the generator pick the books for me, because why not? I look at them and I don't want to read any of them, so might as well leave it to chance. Let's do that first. I have 24 books on this bookshelf, so let's generate 2 numbers between 1 and 24. So I'm going to press generate. We have 18. Okay, so 18, and then we have between 1 and 23, and then where is it? Generate 12. So 18 first and then 12. The 2 books that we have is the number 18 one. That's Lucinda Riley, The Girl on the Cliff. I think Lucinda Riley is the one that wrote the books about the 7 sisters. I think I've read 2 or 3 of them. The Moon Sister and something else. And it was okay. It wasn't a bad. But this one looks like it's a little bit of a historical fiction, historical romance. Okay, I've added this book to my Goodreads TBR on 3rd of August 2013, and we are in 2024, nearly 11 years ago. Do you understand now why I need to start reading those books? It's shameful. Number 2, or number 12, let's say, is Deborah Rodriguez, The Little Coffee Shop of Kabul. And I think I've read one of her books before and I enjoyed it. And I think I was kind of on that vibe of reading The Kite Runner and something else. I think this is when I added this to my list. This book had been on my shelf for a good few years, so I think it would be good for me to finally get to read this book and maybe pass it on to someone else. Okay, so now for the books that I'm currently reading. Today is 4th of April and I already started reading some books. I picked up a new book from the books I've recently purchased, and it's The Hike by Lucy Clark, and I'm actually listening to this on audiobook because my local library had an audio version of this book, so I'm listening to this, and it's a story of 4 women that go on a hiking trip to Norway, and something happens. Currently there's a body of a woman that was found. I still don't know if it's one of them or is it a woman that went missing 1 year before these guys went on a trip. So it's kind of like a mystery, a little bit scary, a little bit of that dark woods kind of vibe. And yes, I'm enjoying it so far. And then the book that I already started reading as well is The God Killer by Hannah Kaner, and this is a library book as well. I had to renew this as I haven't had time to finish reading it when I had the other books, so I recently renewed it, and that's why it's the first book I started reading. And I haven't read that much so far. I've read about 5 chapters of this book, and it's about this girl Kissan, and she is the God Killer. And we've met in those 5 chapters, we met few more characters, but I don't really know much about them yet, so we shall see. It is a fantasy book. It seems to me like a fantasy adventure book, and so far so good. I'm enjoying it, and yeah, we'll see how it goes later. Also on my Kindle, I'm currently reading Colleen Hoover, Never Never. This is the book that I started reading in March, but as I only read Kindle when I'm at work on my meal break, it takes me a bit longer to get through the Kindle book, so I'm still reading Never Never. People generally pretty much hated this book, and I don't understand why. I have nothing against this book. I don't like Charlie as the character. I don't like Charlie. She gets on my nerves a little bit, but I'm not hating this book. So let's see how it goes. I'm about 40% in, and a lot can change in 60% of the book. I have checked out another 4 books from my library, and some of them were on my reading list. Some of them kind of like popped in my eyes. They did this, and I was like, I see you, and I picked them up. So one of them is Britney Spears, The Woman in Me, and Britney Spears is an artist that's pretty much the same age as me, or I think maybe 1 year younger, but when I was a teenager, not teenager, I was like 18, 19, she started being famous. I know there's a lot of drama going on with Britney. I really don't follow her story. Only whatever I hear in the news, or like, you know, tidbits that I hear here and there. And it was there, the book was there on the new releases or new additions to the library shelf, and it was looking at me, and I picked it up because why not? The next book from the library is ta-da! Riley Sager, The House Across the Lake, and again, mixed reviews about this book, but let's judge the books by ourselves or by the covers, because I do that a lot. But I like the cover of this one. I like the font they used for the title, and I did enjoy Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. Only one left, not so much, but I do have high hopes for this one. Book number 3 from the library is Nicholas Sparks' The Wish, and when I was in my 20s, I went through a big phase of reading Nicholas Sparks. I will read everything that this man wrote. Even if it was a post-it note, I would read it. That's how much in love I was in his books. We shall see. Maybe it will ignite my passion for romance again. And the last but not least is The Betrayals by Bridget Collins. I've read her book before. What was it? The Binding, yeah. I've read The Binding by her before, and I enjoyed it. It kind of gave me that dark gothic vibe, and if this is, looking at the cover, it will be a similar vibe, and I'm so excited for it because I kind of like dark gothic vibes, a little bit scary, mystery, a little bit of, I don't know, maybe a little bit of ghosts and stuff. So I'm excited for this book. This is a library as well. And I also checked out an audiobook for this. So when I finish reading and listening to the hike, I will listen to this one. So these are my compulsory reads for April. 8 books, which I think it's doable, hopefully. So yeah, I'm excited for these books. Let me know if you have read any of those. Which one was your favorite? Which one was your least favorite? Which one would you recommend that I read first? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy this kind of a content, because I do. I love books, and I've always loved books, and knowing that I can talk about books on YouTube, that's even better. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video, vlog, or April wrap-up, because it seems like I'll be doing those too. Bye!